Y'all, somebody gotta say it. Somebody gotta say it, so I'm gonna be the one to say it. Miss Anita was a mean girl. What's good, y'all? Sugar Sis Erica Vane comes to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Beyond the Gates video. And in this one, we talking about Anita Dupree and unpacking the fact that she was probably a mean girl. And that's why we're seeing what we're seeing play out when it comes to the reunion of the Articulates storyline. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Beyond the Gates content and conversations. And without further ado, let's jump into it. But at any given point, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Okay, so Vernon has been pushing Anita to reach out to her former bandmates in the Articulates because she has been seeming a little down in different moments. We see her, I don't know if it's that she's grappling with regret, if she's just missing being on the stage. We got to see Naomi and Dani come together a few episodes ago and coordinate karaoke night so that she can perform, because it was seeming like she was craving, you know, performing again and using her voice. And Vernon has been really trying to support her in this. He organized a conversation with the manager, who was 100% down with trying to, you know, help her get back out there and maybe do this reunion, to which she doesn't want to do because she said that she was a horrible person or very hard to deal with when it came time for her to go solo and then their like breakup. So I think that there's a whole story there, but the crux or the foundation of it is that Anita was a mean girl. And before I get into like talking about my speculations on how she could have been back in the day, I'm honestly going to look to one of her daughters to kind of like confirm that for me, because Dani is my girl. Don't get me wrong, I love her down, but Dani be giving a little bit of tinge of mean girl. If you're not in, if you're not hip, if you're not who she would deem, you know, worthy of her time, of her attention, of the space that she's in reference to like, you are honored enough to be able to occupy the same space as her, she gonna let you know it. And that kind of gives mean girl-esque. And it's like, well, where would you get that from? None other than Mother, of course, because Anita Dupree trained both Nicole and Dani to be the women that they are today. And I totally could see Dani's personality manifesting in a younger Anita Dupree. Now she's older, she's wiser, she's settled down and all of that. So of course she's not with the rah-rah and wild and all of that, but it very much so gives, like, even when you think about the way that Anita can read somebody down for Phil, when she could stand to their souls and want to make them rip their own heart out because she just looks so dang on intense, that came from somewhere. And I think it's because she was a mean girl. I think the Articulates found some type of success as a group, and as the lead singer in the group, she started to feel herself and she wanted to branch out. And I think that probably was when Anita Dupree's career actually took a dive, because it's probably going to wind up being a story of like Anita should have never left the Articulates. And in addition to realizing, in hindsight being 2020, and her maybe being a much better person now, grounded, having kids, a husband, all of those things have like shifted her, right? Giving her something else, a bigger purpose, and giving her bigger perspective, even all of her philanthropic work, right? Giving her a different perspective on life. But she could have very much so been a young woman in that group. And then once they got a little bit of fame, that actually becomes very, very addicting. Speaking to someone who moved from Baltimore to Los Angeles, I see it all the time. I've been in LA for 9 years, and the amount of people that I have seen come and go, and the desire or the pursuit of fame be the number one destroyer, it'd be wild work, baby. But you know, after finding a little bit of success and a little bit of fame, maybe Anita tried to venture off, and then she dissed the girls like, I don't need you. I'm actually the lead singer. I'm the one that people came here to see. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Like, you know, very much so that. And I wouldn't put it past her, but I'm also not faulting her for it, because I think that it's a really, really strong story to tell now, with her being an elder and being able to look back over all of her life and still being fully functioning, having a, you know, cohesive brain, all of her body autonomy, everything. She's actually in a position to look back over her life, and if there's anything that she feels or finds a problem with, anything that doesn't align with who she had hoped that she would have been, she can go and she can make amends, as long as those people are still there. However, at the end of the last episode, because I'm recording this after episode 52, we got to see that she initially reaches out because Vernon finally wears her down, and she decides to call Sharon first, and Sharon don't even say hello. Sharon hears Anita calling Sharon in the phone and then immediately hangs up. So this will not be an easy mountain to climb. However, I'm hoping that Anita stays with it and she doesn't allow the initial dismissal or maybe even disrespect that comes to kind of like make her regret or not want to go through with not even just the reunion. So even if we don't actually get to the reunion of Articulates, which will be great if they do, just her being able to make peace and make amends would be amazing for her as a character. And I can only imagine the amount of peace that it will bring, because this seems to be one of the only blips in her life that she can look back and she kind of like feels guilty or she feels ashamed for the woman that she was. And that's just what I'm saying, y'all. I'm calling it. Anita was a mean girl. She not a mean girl no more. And that's the best type of mean girl that we like to have. We like to see reformed mean girls that learned and did a little bit better. But let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Keep it locked and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm dropping new Beyond the Gates videos every single day. It's your good sis, you love Talk TV with, and I'll see you in my next one.